What if I told you some of the wealthiest people on earth aren't tech founders or oil tycoons, but pastors? Today, we're counting down the 10 richest black pastors on the planet, figures whose fortunes are wrapped in devotion, influence, and no small amount of controversy. Behind the pulpit lies a world most people never see. Private jets hidden behind scripture, sprawling estates protected by layers of silence, and financial empires built in ways that raise more questions than answers. Are these men truly blessed, or simply brilliant at turning faith into fortune? Some call their wealth a divine reward. Others whisper about secrets, unchecked power, and congregations left wondering how their leaders became millionaires many times over. From international megachurches to global business networks, we're pulling back the curtain on the staggering net worths and mysterious rise of these powerful figures. Stay close. What you're about to hear may challenge everything you thought you knew. Kicking off our list at number 10 is the American televangelist, pastor, and author, Creflo Dollar. As his name might suggest, Dollar is a leading voice in the prosperity gospel movement, which teaches that financial blessing is God's will for believers. Now, getting an exact figure on his wealth is tricky, but most online estimates place his fortune somewhere around $27 million, with some sources suggesting it could be even higher. This wealth comes from decades of leading World Changers Church International, which he founded in College Park, Georgia. Creflo Dollar started in 1986, holding his first service in a school cafeteria with just 8 people. From that humble beginning, his ministry exploded. His main platform became television, where his program, Changing Your World, reached a huge global audience. But Dollar isn't just a pastor. He's a sharp businessman. Creflo Dollar Ministries is a multifaceted operation with its own record label, bookstore, and a partnership program for donations. He's also a popular author, and his books on faith and finance have brought in major income. However, that wealth has drawn intense scrutiny. Critics argue the prosperity gospel he preaches can exploit vulnerable people by promising financial rewards for donations. Dollar's lifestyle is often Exhibit A in this debate. Media outlets have pointed to his luxury assets, with some reports claiming he owns 2 Rolls-Royces and multiple lavish homes, including a mansion in Atlanta and a high-end apartment in Manhattan. Maybe the biggest controversy erupted in 2015 when his ministry launched the Project G650 campaign. The goal was to raise money from the public to buy a $65 million Gulfstream G650, one of the most expensive private jets on the market. The campaign caused a massive public backlash, and the ministry eventually scrapped the public appeal. Then, in a surprising 2022 sermon, Dollar seemed to reverse course on some of his core teachings, telling his congregation to throw away every book, every tape, and every video I did on the subject of tithing, admitting his past teachings were not correct. Whether this was a genuine change of heart or a strategic move, Creflo Dollar continues to lead his massive church, remaining a powerful and divisive figure in American Christianity. At number 9, we have Reverend Chris Okoti, a unique figure who went from being a chart-topping pop star to a famous Nigerian pastor. Pinning down his net worth is difficult. Some sources estimate it's between $5 and $10 million, while others claim it's as high as $40 million. This wide range just shows how speculative these numbers can be, but everyone agrees he's a wealthy man. Born in 1958, Chris Okoti first hit the big time in the 1980s as a pop musician. His songs were all over Nigerian radio before he suddenly quit in 1987 to start a full-time ministry. That same year, he founded the Household of God Church in Lagos. It quickly became one of the most flamboyant churches in the country, attracting Nollywood stars, musicians, and other high society figures. His congregation is reported to have around 5,000 members. Okoti's wealth comes from a mix of things: his past music career, his role as a pastor, and his ventures into business and politics. A good chunk of his income is thought to come from tithes and offerings from his wealthy congregation, and he likely still earns royalties from his music. He's also a well-known car lover, and media reports claim his collection includes luxury vehicles like a Rolls-Royce and a Porsche. Beyond the pulpit, Okoti has tried his hand at Nigerian politics, even founding his own political party and running for president several times without success. While his political career never took off, it kept him in the public eye. His articulate and often theatrical preaching style, combined with his celebrity past, makes him a charismatic and sometimes controversial fixture in Nigeria's vibrant religious scene. Coming in at number 8 is the Ghanaian theologian and author, Pastor Mensa Otabil. Official figures on his wealth don't exist, but various online reports claim his net worth is somewhere in the ballpark of $50 to $60 million. It's important to remember that these are just unverified estimates, but they reflect his huge influence in Ghana and around the world. Mensa Otabil founded the International Central Gospel Church, or ICGC, back in 1984. What started as a small prayer group in Accra has since grown into a massive global network with churches across Ghana, Europe, and the United States. His leadership was the driving force behind this expansion, turning ICGC into a major player in African Christianity. His wealth is believed to come from several sources. The main one is his sprawling church network, which brings in significant income through tithes and offerings. But Otabil is also a respected intellectual and entrepreneur. He's the founder and Chancellor of Central University College, one of Ghana's largest private universities, which is a major educational and financial asset. He's also a sought-after author and motivational speaker, and his books and speaking gigs command hefty fees. Unlike some of the other pastors on this list known for flashy lifestyles, Otabil has mostly maintained a more low-key, respected public image. He's often seen as a thought leader, weighing in on national issues. However, his career hasn't been without controversy. He faced major public scrutiny after the 2017 Ghanaian banking crisis. Otabil was the board chairman of Capital Bank, which collapsed and was taken over by the state. The bank's receiver named Otabil and other directors in a lawsuit related to the bank's failure, alleging mismanagement of funds. While he was never convicted of a crime, the association with the bank's collapse damaged his public image. Still, Mensa Otabil remains one of Africa's most influential and wealthiest pastors. At number 7, we have Apostle Johnson Suleiman, the fiery and often controversial founder of Omega Fire Ministries International. Based in Nigeria, Suleiman has built a massive global ministry since starting it in 2004. Online estimates of his net worth are all over the place, ranging from around $10.5 million to as much as $60 million. A huge gap that shows just how hard it is to verify the finances of these leaders. Johnson Suleiman's story is full of bold claims. He says he became a millionaire at 19, long before he started his ministry, by trading cocoa. After serving as an assistant pastor, he founded Omega Fire Ministries, and it grew incredibly fast. His ministry is known for its focus on prophecy, miracles, and massive evangelistic events. The main source of his wealth is thought to be the tithes and offerings from his vast network of church branches, which are spread across several continents. He's also an author and has a huge media presence through his TV channel and online platforms. Like many others on this list, Apostle Suleiman reportedly enjoys the finer things in life. Nigerian media and social media posts have claimed he owns a private jet for his international trips and a fleet of luxury cars. Suleiman's career has been filled with controversy. He's known for his confrontational preaching and has made headlines for provocative statements on social and political issues. He has also faced a number of personal scandals over the years, all of which he has consistently denied. But the controversies have done little to hurt his popularity among his devoted followers, who see him as a powerful man of God. His mix of fiery sermons, prophetic claims, and charitable work has made him one of Nigeria's most prominent and wealthiest religious figures. Breaking into the top half of our list at number 6 is Hubert Angel, a British Zimbabwean pastor who has carefully built an image of incredible wealth. Estimates of his net worth vary wildly, with some sources putting it around $60 million, while other unverified claims go as high as $100 million or more. It's important to know that many of these figures and claims about his assets are self-promoted and haven't been independently verified. Born Hubert Mudzanaya, he founded Spirit Embassy, later renamed the Good News Church in 2007. The church grew quickly, expanding from the UK to a global audience. Angel is a leading promoter of the prosperity gospel, and his sermons often focus on achieving financial success. His followers know him as a prophet, and his ministry is built on that identity. The sources of his supposed wealth are as flamboyant as his lifestyle. He claims to run a massive business empire under names like the Angel Organization, with interests in real estate and finance. However, there's little public information to confirm the scale of these businesses. Hubert Angel's career has been marked by major controversy, most notably his central role in the 2023 Al Jazeera documentary, Gold Mafia. In the film, Angel, who is Zimbabwe's ambassador at large to Europe and the Americas, was caught on undercover video, appearing to offer his diplomatic status to help launder millions of dollars and smuggle gold. He bragged about his close relationship with Zimbabwe's president and his ability to move large amounts of cash without being checked. Angel has denied any wrongdoing, but the investigation cast a dark shadow over his activities and raised serious questions about the true source of his wealth. The documentary suggested his image as a divinely blessed billionaire might be built on something far more illicit. Despite these serious allegations, he still commands a large and loyal following. Coming in at number 5 is Pastor Chris Oyakhilome, the founder and president of Christ Embassy. As one of Nigeria's most influential pastors, his wealth is a hot topic. Estimates of his net worth swing wildly, with different sources placing it anywhere from $50 million to as high as $150 million, though none of these figures are officially confirmed. Pastor Chris, as he's widely known, started his ministry as a small fellowship at a Nigerian university. From there, Christ Embassy has grown into a global network of churches with a major presence in Nigeria, South Africa, the UK, and the United States. His ministry is incredibly modern, using technology and media to reach millions of followers around the world. A huge source of his influence and income is his publishing work, especially the daily devotional Rhapsody of Realities. The booklet has reportedly been translated into thousands of languages and is one of the most widely distributed Christian devotionals on the planet. His media empire, Love World Inc., is another cornerstone of his power. It runs a network of TV channels that broadcast his sermons and events to a global audience. Pastor Chris's career hasn't been without controversy. Years ago, he was reportedly the subject of a money laundering investigation in Nigeria, though he denied any wrongdoing, and the case was reportedly dismissed without any conviction. He has also been criticized for his teachings on faith healing. Despite these challenges, his influence is undeniable. His large-scale events, like the Healing Streams live healing services, draw millions of online viewers from over 200 countries, proving his massive global reach. His skill at blending charismatic preaching with a savvy media strategy has made him one of the most powerful and wealthiest pastors to ever come from Africa. At number 4 on our list is Bishop T.D. Jakes, arguably the most famous American pastor in this lineup. A charismatic speaker, author, and filmmaker, Jakes has built a media and ministry empire that goes far beyond his church. While some early reports put his net worth around $20 million, more recent estimates from reputable sources place it closer to the $50 to $100 million range, reflecting the huge success of his many ventures. T.D. Jakes founded the Potter's House, a non-denominational megachurch in Dallas, Texas in 1996. The church started with about 50 families and has since grown to over 30,000 members, but the church is just one piece of his financial puzzle. The real engine behind his wealth is TDJ Enterprises, his media and entertainment company. Jakes is a literary giant. He's written over 40 books, many of them New York Times bestsellers. His breakout book, Woman, Thou Art Loosed, sold millions of copies and was turned into a successful stage play and movie, launching him to national fame. His books have collectively sold over 20 million copies. His influence even extends to Hollywood, where his company has produced a series of faith-based films like Miracles from Heaven. His speaking fees are also reported to be substantial, with some claims that he charges tens of thousands of dollars for a single appearance. His lifestyle reflects his success. He reportedly lives in a massive mansion in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Like many of his peers, Jakes has faced criticism for his wealth and his connection to the prosperity gospel, but he has managed to maintain a largely positive public image, often hailed as a leader and a symbol of black excellence. By skillfully merging spirituality with media and entrepreneurship, T.D. Jakes has redefined what it means to be a modern pastor, creating a legacy of influence and wealth that few can match. Entering our top 3 is Pastor Enoch Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG. Known affectionately as Daddy G.O. by his millions of followers, Adeboye is one of the most respected religious leaders in the world. It's hard to estimate his personal net worth because he's known for a more humble lifestyle than others on this list. Still, speculative figures in the media range from $65 million to as high as $110 million, a reflection of the massive global organization he leads. Born in Nigeria in 1942, Enoch Adeboye was a university professor with a PhD in applied mathematics before he joined the ministry. He became the General Overseer of RCCG in 1981. Under his leadership, the church, which had just a few branches in Nigeria, exploded into a global phenomenon. Today, the RCCG has a presence in nearly 200 countries, making it one of the fastest-growing Pentecostal movements in the world. His wealth is tied to the growth of the RCCG. While the church is funded by tithes and offerings from millions of members, it has also branched out into other ventures. The ministry owns Redeemers University in Nigeria, a TV station, and a publishing company that prints millions of copies of the popular daily devotional Open Heavens. Pastor Adeboye is also a prolific author himself. Despite his immense influence, Adeboye has mostly avoided the personal scandals that have hit some of his peers. However, the ministry's wealth hasn't gone unnoticed. It has been widely reported that the RCCG uses high-end aircraft for Pastor Adeboye's travels, including a Gulfstream G550 jet. There have also been unconfirmed media reports of him using a bulletproof Rolls-Royce. But Adeboye's leadership style, which combines intellect, spiritual authority, and a reputation for humility, has allowed him to build a global empire while keeping the deep respect of his followers. Our controversial runner-up at number 2 is Prophet Shepherd Bushiri from Malawi. Known to his followers as Major One, Bushiri founded the Enlightened Christian Gathering, ECG, a ministry that, at its height, drew tens of thousands of people to its services in South Africa. Estimates of his net worth are highly speculative, but once consistently placed him among Africa's wealthiest pastors, with figures ranging from $95 million to a staggering $150 million. However, his current financial status is far more uncertain. Bushiri's rise was meteoric. He built a reputation on claims of prophecy, miracles, and a flashy, luxurious lifestyle that he claimed was proof of God's favor. His business empire, Shepherd Bushiri Investments, supposedly had interests in real estate, mining, and oil. He was famous for his lifestyle, with reports suggesting he owned multiple private jets and a fleet of luxury cars, including a Bentley and a Maserati. But Bushiri's empire began to crumble under the weight of serious legal trouble. In 2020, he and his wife, Mary, were arrested in South Africa on charges of fraud, theft, and money laundering linked to an alleged investment scheme worth over 100 million rand. After being released on bail, the couple staged a dramatic escape in late 2020, fleeing South Africa and returning to Malawi, violating their bail conditions. They claimed they fled because they feared for their lives. Since then, Bushiri has been fighting a long legal battle to avoid being extradited back to South Africa. Authorities there have moved to seize his assets, including a luxury private jet. The ongoing legal saga has exposed the allegedly fraudulent financial web behind his ministry. Despite being a fugitive from South African justice, Shepherd Bushiri continues to lead his church from Malawi, maintaining a strong following who believe he is a victim of persecution. His story is a cautionary tale of a ministry built on spectacle, where the line between divine blessing and alleged crime became dangerously blurred. And now, coming in at number 1 on our list is the man frequently cited by media outlets as the richest black pastor in the world, Bishop David Oyedepo of Nigeria. While there's no official audit to confirm it, speculative estimates from various sources place his personal net worth in a staggering range, from $150 million to as high as $250 million. Bishop Oyedepo is the founder of Living Faith Church Worldwide, also known as Winners Chapel. He started the ministry in 1981, and it has since grown into one of the largest church congregations on the planet. The church's headquarters, Faith Tabernacle in Nigeria, is a colossal auditorium that can seat tens of thousands of people. Winners Chapel has a global network of churches, with branches reported in countries all over the world. Oyedepo's immense wealth comes from a sprawling and highly diversified Christian empire. The main financial engine is the global church network, fueled by tithes from millions of devoted followers. But outside the church, Oyedepo is a titan of education and business. He founded 2 of Nigeria's most prestigious and expensive private universities, Covenant University and Landmark University. He also owns Dominion Publishing House, a thriving company that prints his many best-selling books, which are another major source of revenue. In media reports, the line between the ministry's assets and his personal fortune is often blurry, but the sheer scale of the wealth is undeniable. Living Faith Church is reported to operate a fleet of private jets, including a Gulfstream V, which Oyedepo uses for his global travels. While the prosperity gospel he preaches is often debated, his contributions to education in Nigeria are widely acknowledged. His entrepreneurial spirit, combined with his powerful preaching, has allowed him to build a religious and financial dynasty that is unparalleled in Africa and arguably the world. If you loved this video, like and subscribe.